Say nerd! Nerd!
Number 10. Lucy Liu.
You're one sexy man. Fill up, J. Fry!
This TV and film star didn't just play herself as a pickled head on Futurama, she also voiced a full-bodied robot version of herself programmed to be attracted to Fry, as well as an army of evil Lubots, an homage to her reputation as an action star. At one point, all the Lus are fighting at a screening of a Charlie's Angels movie starring Lucy. That's a whole lot of Lu to pack into one show. So much so that she would even return in another episode, Love and Rocket.
Who are you talking to?
No one, baby. Lucy Liu is the only girl for Bender.
Number 9. David Cross.
You broke your promise. And you broke my heart.
This quirky funny man may only have appeared on Futurama once, but it sure was a memorable guest spot. TV's Tobias Funke played the principal antagonist and titular character Yivo in the feature-length Beast with a Billion Backs.
Attention, beings of Universe Gamma.
At first, Yivo comes across as a scary, mind-controlling alien with many tentacles from another universe. But then we find out that Shlee just wants to date us. All of us. Everyone in our universe.
I was lonely. I didn't even know there was anybody else. It's not like I hurt anyone.
So who better to play a love-struck space monster than this master of sarcastic, self-deprecating comedy?
I must leave now. The nature of your universe is burning me.
Number 8. John Goodman.
Santa has something very special in his sack for you two.
Yes, Virginia, John Goodman really did play Santa Claus, but he sure wasn't jolly old Saint Nick. This is Futurama after all. So naturally, Santa is a huge robotic killing machine that keeps a list of who's been naughty and seeks to eradicate the offenders with a wide array of holiday-themed weaponry.
I'm going to shove coal so far up your stocking you'll be coughing up diamonds.
Though the character would go on to appear a few times during the series run, Goodman only voiced Santa's first appearance, which many would argue, for obvious reasons, is his most memorable.
You've been very naughty, Bender.
Number 7. The Beasty Boys. So, how do you put on a great concert bouncing around the stage when you're just 3 preserved heads in jars? It's easy as long as you get a little help from the crew. At least that's how the Beastie Boys pulled it off when they appeared in this first season episode. Oddly, however, while Mike D voiced himself, Adam Adrock Horovitz had to pull double duty, voicing both himself and an absent Adam MCA Yawk.
Back in the 20th century, I had all 5 of your albums.
That was 1,000 years ago. Now we got 7.
The episode started with the Planet Express crew catching one of their shows, only to have the trio show up again later on to throw some more rhymes.
Hey, Bender gonna make some noise with your hard drive scratched by the Beastie Boys!
Number 6. Dan Castellanetta.
I rather think we could strike a deal, Bender.
Seeing as Futurama is a Matt Groening creation, it was only a matter of time before stars from Groening's other series made an appearance. Dan Castellanetta, the voice of Homer Simpson, Krusty the Clown, and other characters, made 6 visits to New York, voicing Beelzebot. Also known as the Robot Devil, Beelzebot ran Robot Hell, the dark underworld of robotology, and was played to perfection by Castellanetta in all but one of his appearances. As the musically inclined, deal-making manufactured demon, Beelzebot had plenty of encounters with the Planet Express crew, Bender in particular.
Here on level 1 of Robot Hell.
Number 5. Sigourney Weaver.
Each get one of the 4 buttons,
Remember, Bender? That was the deal.
She's no stranger to outer space or dealing with alien life, and in general, she's accustomed to weirdness. But this time around, Sigourney Weaver wasn't locked in a life-or-death battle to protect her ship. She was the ship itself.
If you don't like the stations, you could just play with my buttons till you find something we both enjoy.
Voicing the Planet Express ship's newly installed female personality, Weaver sparks something in Bender, who finds her irresistible. The two quickly fall for each other, but when Bender gets bored, the ship gets jealous.
Bender! Don't lie! I saw you at Elzar's with those 2 ladies of the evening!
Bender clearly never saw any of Sigourney's movies, because if he had, he would have thought twice about messing with her.
Leela, Bender and I really need to be alone, so I'm turning off the oxygen.
Number 4. Stephen Hawking.
Now quiet it down and settle this like men of science.
We can argue about who the most famous, most interesting, or funniest guest star was, but when it comes to the smartest Futurama guest star, it's hard to beat the theoretical physicist, cosmologist, published author and one-time Star Trek The Next Generation guest star, Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking? Aren't you that physicist that invented gravity?
Sure, why not?
Universally regarded as brilliant, Hawking appeared in 2 TV episodes and 1 Futurama movie, each time playing himself, sometimes as a head and sometimes not.
I checked the invariance of your Lagrangian. Hubba hubba.
While we're sure this Hawking is just as smart as his real-life counterpart, he also has the ability to vaporize people with lasers, something the real Hawking could not do, as far as we know.
I didn't know I could do that.
Number 3, Al Gore.
I'm Al Gore, and these are my Vice Presidential Action Rangers.
There have been plenty of politicians impersonated on Futurama, but when you see 2-term vice president, 1-time Democratic presidential nominee, film director and environmentalist Al Gore on the show, it's really him doing the voice.
Not all missions can be solved with chess, Deep Blue. Someday you'll understand that.
Sometimes he's his head, once he led a shadowy group trying to preserve the timeline, and once he played himself losing the 2000 election with a little help from Bender.
Robot!
In all, he made an impressive 5 appearances on the show, though his daughter Kristen being a writer on the series may have helped make this happen.
Put the dice away before I take them away.
Number 2, Beck.
Wow, that was great.
Hey, thanks. You a fan?
Grammy-winning musician Beck is known for experimentation and for incorporating electronic elements into his genre-defying sound. On Futurama, he takes it one step further by adding Bender, a fully electronic being, to his band. He even shows the robot how he can play music without the use of his arms or legs, something a rock star who's just a head in a jar would probably be pretty familiar with.
Try and scrape it across your chest like a knife on burnt toast.
Beck performs some of his biggest hits on the show, but also an original duet with Bender. Soy un perdedor.
That was a washboard brain.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Got my TIE fighter out of the hangar. Jump back, Jack, 'cause I'm Jewish and I'm undead.
I, sir, am the master of the hunt, and I'll thank you to behave like a gentleman.
The computer will return after deciding your punishment.
Number 1, the cast of Star Trek The Original Series.
My ship, whom I love like a woman, is disabled. Oh, Lord.
It was bound to happen, and for all our enjoyment, one time it did. Having already featured cameos from Trek stars Leonard Nimoy and Nichelle Nichols, as well as countless Trek references, Futurama decided to bring as much of the original series cast together as they could for one episode. Nimoy and Nichols were joined by William Shatner, George Takei, and Walter Koenig. And together, they played both their own celebrity heads, as well as youthful versions of themselves reanimated by a cheesy original series-approved alien.
Truly, it was a paradise.
Naturally, this means there was plenty of trivia, references to the show, and, of course, some of their most famous lines throughout.
Con!